Mrs. Daniels, can't you help? I got my regular customers to think of.
Well, we're taking no more than we ordered.
For, ma'am. And like I told you, I'll have you all in the Ranchi Valley by Christmas.
Seeing as you're so busy, you got time for a talk?
Bulldog worrying a bone. He'll chomp on it till he cracks it open to the marrow.
He sure ain't swallowed the bill of goods we sold them women. Maybe we ought to call the whole thing off.
You keep the Ottawas waiting for the slaves we promised him? We'll deal with Mr. Hawkeye and his Injun friend as we have to.
What do you want Hawkeye and that Injun friend of his tagging along for?
Why not? At least we'll know where to find him if we want him. All right, let's get things moving. Boys are going on a hunting trip.
What for? We got enough food for ourselves. The women folk can look to the Ottawas for their victuals.
Wasn't thinking of that kind of hunting. The game you're going after can shoot back. When you let 'em.
Got them both.
You sure? First shot. I drilled that Injun right through the heart.
And I left the great Hawkeye with a ball of lead right smack between the eyes.
Good. Now let's not keep Chief Temisca and his Ottawas waiting for the slaves any longer.
Peggy!
Maybe she's over in the other wagon.
Temisca ought to pay us a pretty good price for that young'un.
Ronnie! Ronnie! Mom! Ronnie!
Where'd she come from?
That's what they said. Honest.
Are you sure they said Ottawas?
Mr. Hanlon says that he's going to get a good price for Ronnie.
Peggy's not one for making up tales, Mrs. Daniels. Well, I just can't believe it. Why, Mr. Hanlon and his friends even refused payment for guiding us.
Maybe with good reason. They're planning to sell us into slavery to the Indians.
Oh, the child's making it up. Now, aren't you?
Mrs. Shandy was with me. She heard him, too. Didn't you, Mrs. Shandy? Well, look. If they went scouting for Injuns, they would have got ahead of us. Ain't that right? Well, then why'd they go back trail? And he shot Hawkeye. I heard them say so.
Judging by the looks on your faces, I'd say little Mrs. Shandy's been talking out of turn.
Then it's true.
You don't have to worry, ladies. The Ottawas won't work you too hard. Might even marry and take you and your little ones into the tribe.
Oh, you foul son of Satan.
Watch your tongue. I don't want any trouble from you, ladies. The Ottawas won't pay much for damaged goods.
You let my ma alone.
Him, not afraid. Regular little warrior, ain't he? You be good and maybe the chief will keep you all together.
You filthy beast.
Maybe I'll keep this one for myself.
I'd rather be slave to the grubbiest Ottawa.
You'll get your way. We'll start with her, Chief. How much?
4 beaver. Man-child 2. Papoose 1.
Oh, they're all good and sturdy, Chief. I figured on getting at least 4 hands of beaver pelts for the women.
2 hands.
4 for the young'uns and 3 for the older ones.
Squaws 3 hands. No more.
You got yourself a deal, Tamiska.
Bring furs.
You heathen devils! We'll die before we suffer ourselves to be your slaves.
Ain't never seen so many prime pelts in my life.
Just remember, 2/3 of them is mine. When we leave here, all our weapons are gonna be in my wagon. What about the furs for the young'uns, Chief?
Go!
Good, Chief, but remember, before Manitou, no man or woman should be a slave, whether red or white.
Mrs. Shandy, meet your new sister, Matilda.
Well, this is the first time we've ever celebrated Christmas in the spring.
Well, a cup of cheer tastes just as good in April as it does in December.
When all people are happy, not matter what season.
And we couldn't be happier. Thanks to you both for bringing us together and making us a real family again.
Hawkeye, Mrs. Shandy loves you and thanks you.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Shandy.
Mrs. Shandy loves you and wants to thank you, too.
Well, Mrs. Shandy is a very smart lady. She knows that now is season for everyone love each other.